Every hour you spend in bed is a biological transaction. Whether you're a high performer cutting corners or a professional sleeper, your brain is constantly deciding what it can afford to repair and what it's willing to sacrifice. Tonight, we're breaking down the hidden advantages and disadvantages of your sleep duration, starting at 1 hour and going all the way to 12. 1 to 2 hours. The survival state. Sleeping for 1 to 2 hours pushes your brain into emergency mode. This is not rest, it's damage control. At this duration, the body abandons optimization and switches to survival. Deep sleep barely occurs. REM is almost non-existent. Instead of repairing tissue, consolidating memory, or stabilizing hormones, the brain prioritizes one thing: staying awake. To do that, it floods your system with cortisol and adrenaline, stress chemistry that sharpens your senses and narrows your focus. And strangely, you might feel sharp, like you've unlocked a productivity cheat code. You haven't. You've triggered your brain's "something is wrong" protocol. And it comes with a cost. Your prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for logic, impulse control, and long-term planning, begins to underperform. Reaction times drop to levels comparable to intoxication. Waste products that should have been cleared during deep sleep begin to accumulate, creating the familiar haze of brain fog. The body is awake. The mind is in crisis mode. This range doesn't support thinking. It supports escape. 2 to 4 hours. The cognitive deficit. This range is common among students and workaholics. You've completed 1 or 2 sleep cycles, meaning you've had a small dose of deep sleep, but almost no REM, the stage most responsible for emotional regulation and memory integration. Your stress chemistry is still elevated. Cortisol remains high, and your mind feels sharp. Not because you're rested, but because your brain is sprinting. And that's where many people get stuck. Because this range feels efficient. You can work, talk, and function well enough to convince yourself nothing is wrong. But your brain is quietly trading accuracy for speed, and the cost shows up later. Emotional regulation weakens. Small problems feel larger than they should. Your brain starts choosing momentum over judgment. Mistakes increase, but confidence doesn't drop with them, which is a dangerous combination. Memory storage also degrades. You experience things, but they don't fully stick. You move through moments without really keeping them. Visually, this is like charging your phone to 30%. It turns on, it works, but it's lying to you. 4 to 6 hours. The high-functioning illusion. Many people claim they only need 6 hours. And in a way, they're right. This range places the brain in maintenance mode. Not broken, not optimal. Just running. At this duration, the body completes some deep sleep cycles. Basic tissue repair begins. Memory consolidation partially happens. Hormonal systems stabilize, but not fully. You wake up feeling fine. This is the hidden advantage. You get more waking hours. Your mind stays mostly sharp. Reaction time holds up. You can operate. This range rewards consistency and routine, which is why so many people live here. It lets you show up, but the cost is quiet. Long-term repair remains incomplete. Stress tolerance drops slowly. Emotional regulation weakens gradually. Cognitive fatigue accumulates in the background. You don't crash, you erode. This range makes you feel functional while slowly shrinking your margin for error. You're okay, until you're suddenly not. 6 to 8 hours. The human standard. Sleeping for 6 to 8 hours places your brain into full cycle mode. This is where recovery actually completes. At this range, deep sleep cycles finish. REM stabilizes. Memory consolidates. Hormones rebalance. Inflammation drops. The immune system finally gets enough time to reset. This isn't just rest. This is maintenance with benefits. The hidden advantage. Your brain becomes accurate, not just fast. Emotions stabilize. Judgment improves. You don't feel wired and you don't feel lazy. You feel clear. Problems don't vanish. They become solvable. Your brain finally has time to clean, organize, and file away mental clutter instead of stacking it in emotional junk drawers. The cost is simple: time. You trade extra waking hours for long-term stability. And in a world obsessed with speed, spending a third of your day asleep can feel like a loss. Visually, this is a full system reboot. Everything loads properly, nothing lags, no warning lights, balanced and sustainable. 8 to 10 hours, the recovery peak. Sleeping for 8 to 10 hours places your brain in restoration mode. This is where your body stops fixing yesterday and starts preparing for tomorrow. Deep sleep completes fully. REM cycles extend. Memory becomes more deeply integrated. This is where complex learning stabilizes and physical skills become encoded into long-term memory. If you're learning, training, or recovering, this is your secret weapon. You don't wake up functional, you wake up buffered. This is the hidden advantage. Emotional resilience increases. Stress feels smaller. Focus lasts longer. Your brain becomes flexible, not just alert. Small problems stay small. Big problems feel manageable. Your mind has room again. The trade-off is something called sleep inertia. Momentum builds more slowly. Waking up from deep restoration can feel heavy. The brain is so far inside its repair state that rebooting takes time. And in a culture addicted to speed, that can look like laziness. It isn't. It's recovery. 10 to 12 hours, the law of diminishing returns. Beyond 10 hours, sleep stops being restorative and starts becoming sticky. At this range, physical repair finishes early. Memory processing completes. Hormonal systems stabilize. The immune system resets. So the brain changes strategy. Instead of rebuilding, it begins conserving. Metabolism slows. Alertness softens. Motivation quiets. This is the hidden advantage. The nervous system becomes deeply calm. Stress responses fade. Emotional buffering increases. You feel safe, unhurried, insulated. This range can be powerful after illness, trauma, or extreme exhaustion. It's biological recovery leave. But under normal conditions, it comes with a cost. Cognitive sharpness drops. Reaction time slows. Drive weakens. You don't feel tired, you feel heavy. The brain becomes comfortable, and comfort reduces urgency, which sounds peaceful until you need momentum. Visually, this is like leaving a system in low power mode. Everything is preserved, nothing is broken, but nothing is accelerating either. Rested, but stuck in neutral. So here's the real question. If you could redesign one thing about your life right now, your sleep, your habits, or your thinking, which one would you change first, and why? Let us know in the comment. And if this video helped you understand something in a simple way, subscribe for more.